Hey everyone, before we dive in, here's your spoiler warning for Netflix's You. If you haven't finished the series yet, you might want to come back later. Alright, let's talk about the demise of the infamous Joe Goldberg, and why the conclusion to his story is one of the most fitting conclusions in the series. Throughout the show, Joe constantly painted himself as the victim, a deeply flawed person who still believed he was justified in his actions. But by the end, Joe is locked in prison, stripped of everything he used to control others, his freedom, his manipulations, and even his voice in the story. The finale is narrated by Louise, and that shift is incredibly powerful. For once, we are hearing the silent voices of his victims, the people Joe caged and destroyed in the name of love. In his last moments of freedom, Joe begged for death, but not because of guilt or regret. He feared loneliness more than anything, and that's exactly what he gets. A life of isolation, trapped with his delusions. It's poetic justice, not just because he's left alone, but because no one had to get their hands dirty to give him the ending he deserved. Death would have been an easy escape for him, a way out. Instead, he's left to live with the consequences of his actions. His punishment is to rot alone, with no one to manipulate or control, and nothing but his own twisted thoughts to keep him company. Now let's talk about the book he's reading at the end, The Executioner's Song. It's a story about a man who's accepted his crimes and embraced his punishment, something Joe could never do. But the book also highlights a darker truth, how normalcy and evil can coexist, and how crimes can sometimes be packaged as entertainment, making them seem less horrific when viewed from afar. And that's something we see in Joe's own story, how his actions, no matter how monstrous, became entertainment for many of us as viewers. Penn Badgley, who plays Joe, has even spoken about his concerns over how some fans romanticize the character. By the end, the show doesn't just punish Joe, it holds up a mirror to us. Are we truly satisfied with his ending, or were we too unconsciously rooting for him? The beauty of this ending lies in its layers. It doesn't dramatize Joe's demise. It strips him of everything, leaving him with nothing but his lies and loneliness. So what do you think? Did the show give Joe the ending he deserved? Or would you have done things differently? And more importantly, how did it make you feel about the characters we chose to root for?